Are you a hardworking business owner striving for success online? There is help. Welcome to the School of Internet Marketing podcast, featuring candid conversations and inspiring stories of online success. Now here's your host.
Yes, this is James Martell, founder of the School of Internet Marketing, and today I'm your host, and I'll be talking with Dan Maynard, the author of Video Traffic Adrenaline. Now, we're not going to be talking about how to create a video today. We'll leave that for another episode. However, what we are going to talk about is how to take advantage of YouTube in your local marketing to drive new leads and customers to your local business, and we're going to share an actual case study. If you're wondering why YouTube, you may be surprised to learn in May of 2011, YouTube reported on its company blog that the site was receiving more than 3 billion views per day, and just 7 months later, in January of 2012, YouTube stated that figure had increased to more than 4 billion video views every day. Now, before we get Dan on, just a reminder to our listeners that if you have questions for our guests during the show or at any time, you can send your questions on Twitter using our hashtag, GoGreatMinds. Now, Dan is an expert in video SEO with his focus on YouTube, and lately he's best known for developing top rankings for his videos in YouTube and for teaching students to successfully do the same. Dan is an instructor here at the School of Internet Marketing, and he lives in the heart of Canada, Saskatchewan, with his wife, Christiane, although I understand Dan is moving very shortly to Montreal. Dan, great to be chatting with you today.
Hey, James. It's great to be online with you, too, as well, to talk about my passion, YouTube.
Now, let's just jump right into this. Why do small businesses need to be taking advantage of YouTube, and what are some of the benefits for them?
Well, quite simply, YouTube helps to build your brand awareness and also gives a personality to your business. So if you're, selling a service or if you're selling a product, people can actually see you as the business owner behind the business, unlike going to a website and just seeing a static image or seeing text. There is that sense of building that warmth and personality to it. And secondly, we all know that mobile is growing by leaps and bounds over on the Internet, and particularly I think there's a great marriage between mobile and YouTube, because when you look at maybe an iPhone or a smartphone, and they're quite small, I think people are more inclined to look at a video as opposed to looking at text. So I think it's a perfect timing for businesses to jump on the bandwagon and start to use YouTube and create their own little videos. The cost of creating videos is quite minimal compared to what it would cost you years ago, and you can get really beautiful videos done in high definition with a very, very cheap camera. So I think in today's world and this year, it's perfect to get onto YouTube and to start to build your brand awareness using video.
I was looking at some stats on YouTube recently. I guess first off, we should probably mention YouTube is the second largest search engine on the planet, second only to Google. Some of the stats that I pulled up, over 800 million unique users visit YouTube each month. Over 4 billion videos are viewed each day. People watch 1 billion views a day on YouTube mobile. 25% of YouTube videos come from mobile devices. And there's 500 years of YouTube video are watched every day on Facebook. So, of course, video, we're not talking just video for YouTube. There's other places the video can be used as well. And 700 YouTube videos are shared on Twitter every minute. The numbers are astounding, and they can be a little overwhelming. But what we're going to be talking about today with Dan is how to get your video ranked for keywords that really matter to you. So we're going to take this right down to the local level and talk about the absolute amazing opportunity to drive real customers to your website and through the doors of your business by taking advantage of YouTube. And of course, YouTube, it doesn't cost anything to actually upload and optimize your videos within YouTube, which makes it a real interesting opportunity. Dan, you mentioned to me before we got on the show here that you were talking with a restaurant owner locally to where you are now about looking at YouTube and maybe as a way to offset or maybe eliminate some of their yellow page advertising.
Yes, there's a local restaurant, a fine dining restaurant near here, and I've eaten there. My wife and I have been there on several occasions. Really nice restaurant, and it's quite popular too as well. Yet the owner, who actually owns other restaurants too as well in the area, was telling me that they advertise them through the Yellow Pages, and it costs them a fair bit of money. And I asked him, I said, what if I could offer you something that would give you a better return on investment? Would that be something that you'd be interested in? And of course, his ears perked up, and he was really interested in finding out what that was. And I said, how about if I also told you that your competitor is #1 on YouTube for Regina Steakhouse? And I said, you're not there. Would that be of interest to you as well? And he said, yes, of course. So that opened up the conversation, and I mentioned to him that, YouTube is very effective. You can drive a lot of traffic to your restaurant from YouTube, and in fact, you may even introduce discounts and so on right through your YouTube video. And so he was quite interested in that. And I said the cost of producing a video and putting it on YouTube compared to using the Yellow Pages, which by the way, you have to replace every year, and it costs you more money, whereas with a YouTube video, in contrast, it's up there, and it's there for the long term. So the cost advantage for small businesses is great. There's a definite advantage to doing YouTube videos and having it up there for your business, and in fact, the return on investment can be in the thousands of percent.
I actually mentioned at the top of the show here that we were going to talk about a real live case study, and you mentioned that YouTube does work for you for a long, long time. And and listeners could probably go look this up on YouTube. They could go see that this is true, because YouTube is quite amazing. And I'll give you a little story, Dan, if I may, and then maybe we could go to the actual YouTube video itself. And I just did a search for Vancouver driveway gates. And in the #1 position, there's a little video here that was developed by a local gentleman named Johan Sandstrom. He's a good friend of mine, and he produces videos for small businesses who are looking to, maybe they don't have the time to put a video together. He'll come in and do it for them for about $500. He does a great job. But he also takes the time to make sure that they're organized properly to rank. And I know in your case, in your course, that's exactly what you teach people to do. But let's look at this more of as a little case study here, because here's a guy, his name's Peter Hensel. He owns a website called Pacifica Gate, and he was looking for a way to bring more customers, like I guess just about every listener probably is, looking for new customers to come through the door. And he, like many, would spend $300-400, maybe $500 on a little display ad in the newspaper. And as Johan would say, he says it's fish wrap in 2 or 3 days, and maybe you get a little bit of business out of it. But generally speaking, within a week or so, that ad money, that hard-won revenue that you produce, that you put into the advertising, is now gone. So it either worked for you or you didn't. So basically, the presentation was, why don't you, instead of putting another display ad in the paper this month, instead, why don't you invest that money in a video and let us put it on to YouTube for you? So Johan went and shot the video, had it created. I think you charged them, $500-600 for it. Just a little bit more than what they would pay for the display ad. But here we are. And if you don't mind, Dan, did you get a chance to bring that up?
Mm-hmm. I've got it now.
Take me through it, because you're the video expert. I am not. Take me through the stats and how this works. And for the listeners, explain what's going on here.
Well, one of the things that I like looking at is that the gate lends itself very well to video. It'd be hard to describe the gates and the product in text form. Mind you, you could always get a picture of that, but when you actually have a video and you can actually do a tour and show the whole gate, that really speaks well to the brand and to the product itself. Secondly, when I look at that video and I look at the information that is there, that video has been up since 2009, I think it is. Let me take a look here. October 28th, 2009, and it's still in the #1 spot. So it'll always be there for the long term, and it's got over 22,500 views, and that's just going to continue to grow. So for a minimal investment of $500 and putting it up on YouTube, and of course, if he were to optimize it, even further, he would get even more views, and that would help to grow, the return on his investment. In contrast to the Yellow Pages. The other thing, too, is that, you need to do your keyword research. You have to figure out what keywords you want to rank for. And, of course, when we go to Google and we look at that, not only is he #1 in YouTube, but he's #1 in Google. And but he also shows up for custom driveway gates on page 1 of Google.com out of 500,000 search results. And if I look at another keyword phrase, electric gates Vancouver, he comes up on page 1 again out of 159,000 search results. And the beauty of having your YouTube video show up in Google.com or .ca is that unlike all of the other search results there, you actually have a thumbnail picture of your video there. So immediately the eye is attracted to that, and I would suspect, and I've witnessed that myself with my own videos, that I get clicks on that. Because I also own a piano site, and I sell pianos, and I have regular text results in Google as well as video results. And the tendency is to have more clicks on my video thumbnails in Google than for my regular text links. There are certainly great advantages to having video up there. The cost advantage for doing video is, it's the right time now to do video because cameras are so cheap. You can buy a really good high-definition camera for less than $300-400. And, YouTube is free. What else could you ask for?
If you take a look at this, you took me through the stats on a few videos earlier. Take us through the stats on this particular case. And those of you that may want to go look this up again, just do a search for Vancouver driveway gates. You'll see the author of the video is Johan Sandstrom, and the headline is Custom Driveway Gates, Automatic Swing and Sliding Security Gates. And you pointed this out to me, the stats that are available in this particular case. That's another great advantage to YouTube, isn't it? That people can really have a look to see how often their videos are being viewed.
Yeah, so at first glance, you can see right away that the number of views is 22,500 views on that. And, of course, the more videos you add to your channel, every time you create a video and you have subscribers on your channel, well, they're immediately alerted to it. And because they're targeted videos with keywords, you're targeting subscribers who are interested in your products and services so that the minute you put up a new video, they get an alert to that, and then that drives your views because they're going to come over and look at your new video because they're interested in that type of product. So the more subscribers you have on your channel, and that's easy to get because as you add more videos, more people are going to come into your channel and become subscribers. And the more subscribers you get, and then as you add more videos, and they're going to add to the view count for your videos, which also helps with your ranking too as well. So it's kind of you're building the momentum as you go along in terms of your subscribers and your views, and you can see that in the stats here. When we actually look at the stats, if you were to click on the little statistics bar, just on the same line adjacent with the About description, you'll notice that there is a graph there, and we can actually see that it's not only a straight line, but it's actually a curved positive line going up. In other words, the views are increasing exponentially with respect to that video. So that tells me that there's a lot of interest in video. And if we were to be able to go a little bit further into the statistics, especially if on your own channel, you would see that the number of mobile views is actually growing tremendously. We're seeing more and more mobile being used, smartphones, iPads, and tablets, so on, that are being used to look at videos on YouTube. And if you have a local business like in Vancouver and people are looking for product or for a service, typically they're going to run to their tablet or to their iPhone, and they're going to look for a local service. And I would think they would prefer looking at video as opposed to trying to read some text. So to me, I think it's the perfect marriage of having video and mobile working together in tandem.
This graph is quite amazing if we really break it down here, and we kind of go back to this video was published in, what was the date? It was in 2009, the month of October, and as of today, it's now 2013, and we're in April. And this video, as you said, it is growing exponential. That graph is amazing, meaning this video gets more plays today than it did yesterday and the day before and the day before. And these people, these views, let's talk about how important these people are. People are finding Pacifica Gates when they're actually looking for something specific. It's not like they're looking at a newspaper and, oh, by the way, here's an ad here for a gate company, a driveway gate company. No, these keywords aren't they, Dan? These are keyword phrases that people are actually searching for in Google and in YouTube and finding Pacifica gates when they're thinking about, when the customer's thinking, hey, maybe I need a driveway gate.
Yeah, no, exactly. These are targeted people coming in to watch that video because the keywords are put in there to make sure that it attracts the right audience to that video. So that means that the views that you are accumulating there are from people who are actually very interested in your product or service. So it's important to ensure that your keywords are the right words that are going to attract the right audience and get the right viewers on them, so that when you put up a little link in your description area or you put an annotation in your video, that you're driving those people, those interested people, to your website. Whether it's to a website or to an email list, you want to get the right people there. And, of course, by having the right keywords, it's a no-brainer. You're actually getting the right people to come to your videos.
This video, I should point out, as well, is being played in a market size of Greater Vancouver, which is about 2 million people. So it's a very competitive little area here. And Peter's managed to rank this video highly, beating out his competition, of course, which I know many business owners are very interested in doing. Now, Dan, of course, you are an instructor here at the School of Internet Marketing and the instructor for your course, Video Traffic Adrenaline. Please tell us about your course.
Well, basically, my course will teach small to medium-sized enterprises and businesses who want to get free advertising on YouTube and how to actually go about doing that. It's an easy course to follow. There's 15 videos in there, and it's step-by-step, shows them, take them by the hand, basically, to look over my shoulder, and I show them exactly what they have to do to rank well in YouTube and to get those free views and to get those people to come to and click to their business. So it's a culmination of the experience, everything that I've learned about YouTube videos, and I have a lot of successful students that have taken my courses, and so I know it works. And I know that if the person were to subscribe to the course, they're going to generate those views to their business.
We have provided a link, of course, to more information on Dan Maynard's course. You'll find that down in the show notes with the show here, or you can also visit the schoolofinternetmarketing.com and click on the Go Premium, and you'll find a link directly to Dan's course as well. And we'd love to have you. Dan, any final thoughts?
Get started with video and start going on it now, because a lot of people are looking at that now as the next big thing on the internet. I shouldn't say the next, it's already here. So you definitely want to get on to the bandwagon and start creating videos. And you don't need to be on camera if you don't want to be on camera. You can actually create PowerPoint-type videos that are recorded with your voiceover on that, and that does equally as well in terms of sales and conversions. So don't fear the camera. Just go ahead and do it.
Dan's course is, again, available at the schoolofinternetmarketing.com, where you get full unlimited access to all courses and interviews for just $47 a month. You pay as you go, and I think you'll find it absolutely a great value. Dan, thank you so much.
Hey, James, it was great to be on the call to talk about my passion about YouTube. I look forward to seeing the students on the other side as well.
Thank you for listening. To learn more about the School of Internet Marketing and to get access to all exclusive courses and interviews, visit theschoolofinternetmarketing.com. That's www.theschoolofinternetmarketing.com.